Hello, everybody. Hello. And today is December 12th, Thursday, 2024. And here are some of today's trends in the news. And it's a big day of trends. Yep. And some very positive ones. So let's go on the negative one first. Now, the markets were down today. Let's see. Trump, by the way, he opened the markets up today. He didn't do too good. But anyway. And again, I'm very positive on the equity markets. And people say, when I say something positive about Trump, I'm a Trump fan. When I say something negative about him, I hate Trump. No, I'm a political atheist. They call it the way it is. Writing in the Trends Journal, we see the markets being very productive, not like this year, but very good next year, because Trump is going to do everything he can to keep boosting the economy. And the story. So, but let's go into the story now. So the stocks fell because the inflation numbers came out today, and they were higher than expected. The NASDAQ was down 0.66. The S&P down 0.54. And the Dow fell some 234 points. So the producer price index, and that tracks wholesale prices, it went up 0.4%. The street expected 0.2%. And the treasury yields jumped back up. So now you're going to start seeing those mortgage rates go back up too. But the Fed's meeting next week, and the bet is they're going to lower them interest rates, 25 basis points. And the other day, on the 11th, the 10th, Canada lowered theirs 50 basis points. And today, the ECB lowered their interest rates 25 basis points. So it's one big club. They're all lowering it. The United States isn't going to keep them up because it'll bring their currencies way down, just like the loonie's going way down and the euro's going way down. So lower interest rates mean the dollar gets weaker and inflation is going to go up higher when they lower interest rates. And you're going to see gold prices keep moving up. But gold didn't have a good day today. It was down some $35, 2,683. But again, it's still up $641 from when we made that forecast that this would be a golden year for gold. So it's still very positive on gold. And again, when Trump came in, the whole game changed because he's very pro crypto, Bitcoin. When he got Bitcoins down today, but still over 100K a coin, and it's pretty important, because if people weren't playing the Bitcoin market, they'd be putting the money into gold and the other cryptos. And Brent crude, despite OPEC Plus saying they're going to keep cutting production and whatever they're saying, demand is down, and it's only $73 a barrel. And what else we got here? Biden hits clean tech imports from China. President Biden yesterday unveiled steep new tariffs on imports of critical materials from China in its final effort to protect U.S. manufacturing from the Asian superpower's dominant clean tech industry. Wait a minute. It sounds like Trump. When Trump does this, they blast Trump for putting tariffs on. But when Biden puts the tariffs on, it's okay. And Biden quadrupled to 100% the tariff on Chinese electric vehicles and sharply raised levies on other Chinese clean tech parts. Yep. So again, this trade war is just going to keep continuing because China is doing its part too. And they, as we say, in the Bronx, payback's a bitch. China, it launched an antitrust probe into NVIDIA. And it's going to keep ramping up. By the way, I want to thank everybody for watching these videos. And, the Trends Journal is 100% independent. And we need all the support we can get to stay independent because we're blacklisted from all of the media. And we have to rely on subscribers, and we don't take ads. And so please, go to our webpage, trendsjournal.com, and donate to our fundraiser, trendsjournal.com. Again, we're giving everything we can in the best way we can that nobody else is giving in terms of trends analysis, trend forecasts. So every bit helps. If the billionaires gave us more, we'd be in the billion club. Matter of fact, one of the articles that I was going to note, this was from the Financial Times. Billionaires' plans for U.S. newspapers raise alarm. All right? Billionaires' plans. The rest of us are just plantation workers of slave land. Yeah, here's a couple of bucks. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Oh, while they give all these grants and subsidies to all these big companies. Anyway. So the inflation, is bubbling up again, and it's going to, it's going to make things a little bit risky in the markets. And, going back to the oil prices, OPEC has trimmed its forecast for growth. There's a global slowdown going on. We detail this in the economic sections of our Trends Journal each week. By the way, it's $2.56 a week. We're hardly getting an article of any value from the Toilet Paper Record, the New York Slime, or the Wall Street Journal. We used to get a load of stuff from the Wall Street Journal. It was one of the best. And now it's just, it's a joke. A joke. Hardly anything. And Wall Street, this is again the propaganda piece, the Wall Street Journal. Wall Street bets big on rental homes. Yep. Wall Street firms buying or developing single-family homes are betting billions of dollars. So that's it. When the panic of 08 came, and again, we took the domain name out in 2007, people forget what happened before then. I'll never forget driving around and you saw these trailers with a half of a prefab home on them everywhere, like 2003 to 2007. And we came out with it. We said, this thing is going to bust. Subprime mortgages. You got no money, got no job, you're deep in debt. Don't worry about it. Sign over here. We're the banksters. Oh, when we go bust, by the way, they're going to bail us out like they did, $29 trillion, according to the Levy Institute. Hey, it's okay. So that's when they started buying up all of these homes. And the price of homes in America have gone up some 50% since the COVID war began 4 years ago. All right? And now it's almost 5 years ago. So people can't afford to buy a home. So the bigs now are building and buying up homes and renting them out to the plantation workers of Slavelandia. And that's what you got. And again, the bigs keep getting bigger. Blackstone eyes $5 billion for life science. Merger of two major ad rivals would create the biggest ad agency in the world. Boliden in $1.5 billion deal for two mines. And again, earlier this week, Omnicrom acquired Interpublic, $13 billion. So the rich own everything. It's Robber Barons 2.0. Nothing different. So this is very important. This just came out. It was a big article in today's Haaretz. And boy, if Trump lives by his word, I will tell you, I will become a major supporter of Donald Trump. If, and as we used to say, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle, So if, that's what if means. If he lives by his word. When asked if he trusts Netanyahu, Trump tells Time magazine, I don't trust anybody. Oh, great. So you don't trust anybody. But he goes on to say that I think the Middle East is the easier problem to handle than what's happening in Russia or Ukraine. Okay, I just want to say that up front. The Middle East is going to get solved. That'd be great. He said, I don't want to say that. When asked if Netanyahu produced assurances about the war's end, he said, I don't want to say that, but I think he feels confident that, I think he feels very confident in me, and I think he knows I want it to end. I don't want people from either side killed. That includes whether it's Russia, Ukraine, or whether it's Palestinians or Israelis. And all of the, the different entities that we have in the Middle East. When asked if Trump would halt Netanyahu from pursuing annexation, once again, Trump said, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I did. I stopped him, but we'll see what happens. And then when asked about the possibility of going to war with Iran, very important. This would be on the negative side. Trump said anything can happen. It's a very volatile situation. But then he goes on to say, I think most dangerous thing right now is what's happening where Zelensky has decided, with the approval of, I assume, the president, to start shooting missiles into Russia. I think it's a major escalation. And he's 100% correct. So, let's see if he lives by his word. If he does, because I launched Occupy Peace, I stopped supporting RFK Jr. when he supported the genocidal war of Palestine. And again, I had Dennis Kucinich as campaign manager up here as one of my speakers at my Occupy Peace rally. And I spoke to Kennedy twice, and we'd have nothing to do with him after that. I had nothing to do with him. So if Trump lives by his word, boy, if he brings peace to the Middle East and settles this genocide, bravo. If not, it's just more bullshit. Oh, by the way, Israel strikes on Gaza killed 58 people yesterday. 58 people. But not a word from the Cartoon News Network or the other media. They got this guy here that this missing American was found in a Syrian jail. Yeah. Missing American. This guy looks in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like they tortured him in that jail. Not a word, not a peep from the prostitutes about the slaughter day in and day out and the mass destruction. You look at the pictures of what they've done to Gaza, bombing it into ruins, slaughtering people in front of everybody's eyes. Not a peep from the prostitutes. So is Trump going to live by this? Oh, here's another article. This is buried. Little article buried on page A9 of the toilet paper record, the New York Slime. Gaza hospital in dire need of the basics, officials say. Isn't that a nice headline? How about atrocity being committed by Israel destroys hospitals and schools and mosques and churches and homes? Dozens of wounded patients in a hospital in the northern Gaza Strip are in danger of dying because of the dire absence. Look how they write this shit. Rather than writing it in an outrageous way, because if it was the other way around, and this was being done to the Israelis or an American ally, it would be a horror story. Since the renewed Israeli offensive in northern Gaza began, isn't that a nice word? Since the new Israeli offensive, how about the fucking genocidal slaughter? How about that, you little craps? You little gutless little boys and girls. Let's see who wrote this. Epot Livni, Ballis Livni, gutless Livni. Since the renewed Israeli offensive in northern Gaza began, yep. You ready? The United Nations has repeatedly warned of catastrophic living conditions and risk of famine for some 400,000 civilians there. You mean this isn't an outrage? This isn't a front page? 400,000 civilians? The place bombed to crap? Hey, we won't talk about that. Did Britney Spears get fucked last night? This is a story barely reported in the Western media. December 11th. UN General Assembly overwhelmingly demands immediate Gaza ceasefire. Nothing about it. Nothing about it. The United Nations, United Nothings, United bunch of fucking shit scumbags that only love to fight fucking wars, like you supported the overthrow of Gaddafi in Libya. The United Nations General Assembly only voted on Wednesday to demand an immediate, unconditional, and permanent ceasefire between Israel and the Palestinian militants. Oh, they're militants. Yeah, you're slaughtering the people over there, militants. People that fight back are militants. How about Israel being a militant? No, can't say that. The ceasefire demanded or adopted 158 votes in favor. 193. Anyway, did nothing. And Iran's warning that, no, we didn't go down because Syria went down. And by the way, that blew everybody away that thing just folded like that. And again, you got to see the interview I did yesterday with Judge Napolitano, because he has some great information on that. Go see yesterday Salenti and the judge about this and the people that have taken over and what that means to Israel. He says the resistance front is not a piece of hardware that breaks or collapses or is destroyed. Resistance is a faith. It is a thought. It is a heartfelt and definite decision. Resistance is a school. It is a school of belief. What if the faith of a group of people does not become weak, but becomes stronger with pressure? When we see these heinous crimes committed by the enemy, those who doubted whether to resist or not will get out of doubt. They will realize that they have to stand, resist, and put their lives on the line against the oppressor. And he goes on. Because this is important. They're saying Iran's gone down because Syria's gone down. And this just came out from the Times of Israel. IDF sees chances for strikes on Iran nuke sites after knocking out Syria air defenses. They've knocked out over 80% of Syria's military. They're allowed to do that. They could bomb the fucking shit out of anybody they want. No, they're the chosen people. They choose to do what they want. Yeah. And now they're saying, they're coming out with the warning that they're going to bomb Iran. And then I read to you what Trump said about Iran, that this might be a conflict coming up. So it's very important to watch this, because if Israel goes to war against Iran, this is going to be the beginning of nuclear war, because there's no way, any way, you're going to defeat Iran as we see it. You call it the way you want it. You got 91.1 million people against what, about 7 million Israelis. When you take out the Arab 20%, it's about 9 million. We take out the Arab population, about 7 million against 91 million. And the Iranians are very advanced technologically, scientifically, and militarily. So, very important article. It's not being reported in the mainstream media. The Israeli Air Force continue to increase its readiness and preparedness for potential strikes in Iran. Yep. The IDF also believes that Iran, isolated after the fall of the Assad regime and the weakening of many proxy groups, Hezbollah in Lebanon, may push ahead further with its nuclear program and develop a bomb as it scrambles to replace its deterrence. So there you got it. They're going to go after them. So it is very serious. Very serious. So please donate to Occupy Peace as well. It's Christmas time. How about, peace on earth? So please do what you can do. This is an article from today's Wall Street Journal. House approves $900 billion defense bill. Hardly reported anywhere, by the way. $900 billion, almost $1 trillion, as the country rots in front of us. A defense bill? Who's threatening us? Oh, you mean we're in 900 bases in over 80 countries? As the country's Trump won the election because the working class couldn't make ends meet? Oh, inflation's going up and now it's costing more for people to buy things? But $1 trillion for the military-industrial complex. And again, there's that great quote by General Dwight D. Eisenhower. Every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies in the final sense a theft from those who hunger and are not fed, those who are cold and are not clothed. The world in arms is not spending money alone. It's spending the sweat of its laborers, the genius of its scientists, the hopes of its children. This is not a way of life at all in any true sense. Under the clouds of war, it is humanity hanging on a cross of iron. Yep. Every rocket fired signifies, in the final sense, a theft. Yep. Stealing our money. You work your ass off. Try to do everything you can to make money and save money. And these fucking pricks steal your money from you and give it to the military-industrial complex. Oh, watch your language, Celente. We're little fucking cowards. Don't become angry. Don't use the proper language when people are trying to kill you and steal your money. Be a little gutless nobody like me, you potty mouth. He who's not angry when it's just cause for anger is immoral. Why? Because anger looks to the good of justice. And if you can live amid injustice without anger, you are immoral as well as unjust. Thomas Aquinas. Amen. Any women? Yep. There you got it. Wars keep ramping up. Markets keep going up, down a little bit today. Gold's still up. Bitcoin's looking good. And it's very good. And again, we've been positive on that. A lot going on. We're giving it all in the Trends Journal that you're not getting anywhere else. Not getting anywhere else. So the more subscribers we have, the more we can do. And please, we're getting shadow banned, blacklisted, on and on. Hit that button and get the word out there. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, watch the one I did yesterday with Judge Napolitano. Very important. Celente and the Judge. See you soon.